is all too heavy. How do we show up as a business owner when things are just heavy? So there has been so much going on. And I just got really inspired today to share this episode on showing up for your business, showing up when, we live in this world where it's also required money, right? To be able to pay bills and pay our home and buy groceries and thrive and survive. And sometimes we don't have the luxury of being completely offline, right? And this past 2 weeks have been such an eye-opening experience for me. And I really wanted to share today just the part of showing up and remembering your human side beyond being a business owner, on branding myself, and just what journey I've been on. My last podcast episode was on July 22nd, so I thought it was just so fitting that I decided to release this episode today. It's almost been 2 months since I made a podcast episode. And it has been because it has just been a whirlwind. So I had my mother visiting from Spain, and other family that came from out of, the country. And we had a special family event. And then I've been taking care of my brides and also navigating this current change as my business is evolving and changing to just going back to being a solo hairstylist, and my focus on that. And so it has been a lot of adjustments and a lot of time to just take time off to just really recenter myself and come back here to be able to share with you what I'm currently going through. So how have you been? And what is it making you feel currently with everything you're seeing on social media? How does that make you feel? These are questions that I think we really think about and talk about. So first I wanted to talk about the importance of taking time off social. So I decided I needed to do a detox. It was just too much. It was too much. And also I know I have a business. I did decide to speak up on everything that has been going on. I did get I got some unfollows, and that's perfectly fine and beautiful. And I also got a little my mom is like, Celeste, be careful. So I'm took it down. But it was such a beautiful experience for me to see how much growth I still need to do in regards to thinking of caring about other people think about me, and my business. It's just honestly the only reason why I decided to take it down. Number one, my mom was worried for me. But number two, I still have a team. So although that is going to be changing very quickly in the next week, if you listen to this episode, so here's a little tea, a little chismecito. So next week will be our last week of doing, as a whole team, doing a wedding together. So it's just, I need to think about them, right? I can speak on my behalf, I can speak on my values and things, but when there's a team and other people, I can't put that on them, right? So I really had to hold myself back a little because I'm thinking about them. And also this is one of the major reasons why I decided to no longer pursue growing my business. It went twofold. I either had to grow it and step back and be more administrative, or really go, and so I could get them booked out, or just go back to being solo. And I love being solo. I love not being rushed. I love having expectations of what my clients can expect from me and the services. And I don't want to be on a timeline. I don't just want to go do hair to go make money. I actually enjoy giving it an experience behind it. So, so many other things came into play to doing this. And being honest here, because it's just you and I. I'm perimenopausal and I'm turning 40, and no, I'm not having a midlife crisis, okay? I'm having a midlife realization how precious my life has been and how much I have put my worth into work. And I just came out with an article just came out, I was interviewed on, and I shared how that took so much work to release my worth from my work. And I just don't want to do that anymore. And I want to live a different lifestyle. And right now, my life is not in harmony. Right now, it's too much work, and I want more life than work right now. So lots of changes, lots of things going on. But I had to take a social media detox. Okay, so how do you show up for your business when things are heavy? And maybe it has nothing to do with what's going on with the world. Maybe it's on your personal life. Hey, I had some of that shit happen too 2.5 weeks ago. And it shakes you, right? And it makes you think like, what should I do? How do I show up? So I wanted to share with you what got me through the funk and what got me through that little like hurdle to showing up when things are heavy and things going on in the world or in your life. So number one, remember you're human. So first take a break, however long it's going to be. I had to take almost like a 2-month break from my podcast just because like it has been so much going on, and that's okay. I'm not judging myself. It was time to take a break. So that's good. Number two is like, just make sure that why are you doing it, right? So what's your why behind your business? So there's so many beautiful people it's not just about the hair, I get to connect with. And I'm like, okay, I understand I'm going through a hard time, but I do have business. And I want my brides and my clients to know I'm still working and I'm still here for them. And also, I need to share these amazing people that I have been able to service. So that helped me to continue to post and post in my own timeline and way. And I think it's really important that you keep true to what feels good for you and also for your business, right? Because visibility, like, let's be real, it's important, especially now. But don't judge yourself. I got so many bookings. I took like a 1.5 week break of posting. I don't post every day. And it does wonderful. It does wonderful for bookings and things. So some of the posts that I get a lot of business from, I get like 5 to 15 likes. I'm being totally honest and transparent here. And I really don't care that I only get 5 or 15 likes because I get bookings out of it. So, I mean, that's the reality of things, right? So it's just like rewiring our mind of what is success and abundance. And today I had different things. I did a meditation thing, and somewhere, I forget where I read this, but it was talking about how abundance is, and I always say this, abundance is so individual, right? Like what you seek and see as abundance is probably different than what I seek or see as abundance, right? So just remembering that even with like your mindset with social showing up for your business, it's like, yes, we need clients, and yes, we need money, but we also need a well-being, because we cannot serve others if we're with an empty cup, right? So I think that's really important to do. So that's has been something to really that I've had to really do and dive into. It has been like realization that my values matter and my voice matters, and now more than ever, I need to use my voice and platform to be able to speak up against things that are not right and that are going on, that worry me and concern me as a human, as a person. And I want to also like talk about unbranding myself. So for the longest time, we get fed this lie, and I fell into it. So hey, here I come, being myself, okay, being honest, that I'm a brand. I am not a damn Coca-Cola. I am not a candle. I'm not an item that's for sale. I'm an actual human being, and I have human needs, and I am totally imperfect. So I'm not perfect at all. I have all kinds of flaws, and remembering that, and why I started my business. I started my business because I wanted freedom of time, and I wanted to be able to do a certain lifestyle. And there's so much more depth into why I became a hairstylist, which I'll cover in another episode. But I just think it's so important that we truly do remember our why. And we remember that we're not a damn brand. We're not something to be sold. People want to connect with us. And, you know, like I think it's important to share like the things to struggle with. Like, you know, for the longest time, people didn't know that I have sometimes I get a little anxious over, and it takes a lot of work to like relax and calm down. And lately I've been a little more anxious than usual. So I've been going on walks and, forest bathing. I love to do that, and just taking time to sit in silence and journal, to just really kind of come back to myself and remember, like, yes, I do have a business, but I am not a brand. I'm not a product. I'm a human with feelings. Sometimes I need time to decompress. I need time to reconnect with myself and use the energy that I was using for the podcast to give back into myself, to be able to be fueled and energized for my clients, because they deserve the best part of me when I'm there. And so that's where I've been at. That's where I've been focusing on. And I wanted to share with you that when you take social media breaks and when stuff gets heavy, you're like, damn, how the hell am I going to show up when I feel so overwhelmed by everything going on? You get to slow down. You get to like just pause, and you still get inquiries. Honestly, like I saw this on Instagram, somebody was saying that they haven't posted in a year and their business has blown up and grown. That is so true. I mean, I wouldn't be brave enough to be off social for a year. But yeah, it works. It works for many people. I know I did an interview with Gina Devine, and she was talking about that too, how she took a break, and how much it helped her business as well to grow. Like, we don't need to be on social media, and, use other outlets and things to grow. You can use which it's changing. I feel like everything's changing so much, especially right now. But, like there was like Google My Business, and there was SEO, and, which stands for search engine optimization. There's so many other things. You can have a referral program in your business, publishings. What else works very well? Just like, doing, connecting with other, professionals in your area, collaborations. There's so many other ways that you can do without having to be on social media. But when things are really heavy for you, take time to slow down. Take time to just like reconnect with yourself and fuel yourself, and really like focus on being there for your clients rather than thinking that you have to do all the things and be on social media. I feel so refreshed and renewed to have been able to use my voice right now that things are so heavy, to be able to speak my mind and my truth on the situation of everything going on. And it was so refreshing to lose followers because it's so fast. I lost it was funny. I lost 55 followers, but then I gained, but then I still lost at the end, And it's okay, I'm not going to die. It's totally cool. But what I'm saying is that it was so interesting in the sense that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that people are not meant to be around me, and my energy or my social media are gone. And it gave me such a feeling of peace and ease as I step now back into being able to be just myself, right? Because my other business now is going to be solely me. So I don't have to worry about, and the hairstylist that helps me doesn't have social media. So it's just so freeing to be able to speak my truth and voice my opinions and voice my values without having to worry about the consequences for other people and my team. And it's so freeing and so beautiful as I am stepping now into separating myself even more from my two businesses, because I have two different outcomes for each of them, to be able to truly just be me again. It has been such a beautiful experience to have a team. They're independent contractors. They have their own dreams, aspirations, and they've been so fucking amazing. I would have not been able to get to the point where I needed to get more people and grow, or, be able to make the choice. For me, abundance is taking a step back, not having an agency model, not having a team, just focusing on my life right now. I'm going to be going through so many changes in the next couple of months. And so with that, I wanted to say that we're human, and this is life. Life is not always good. It's not always bad. It's just life, and we navigate through it. We may not have the choices. I don't have the choices of what happens in my life. I have the choices of how I react to things that happen in my life. And when things get heavy, remember to take care of number one first, which is you. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, if we're not caring for ourselves and loving ourselves and taking the time to settle down and calm, ourselves to be our best versions for our business and for people that we service and for our families and ourselves, nothing is going to go well. Like everything starts within us. All the answers that we seek are within us. All the stuff that we gift out to the world and to people around us, it all comes from within us. So it's so important when things get heavy, take time to pause. Give yourself grace that you're a human and you get to pause. Don't judge yourself. And I will be, I know it's been a lot of evolution. I will be, like sharing more stuff on the podcast. Next week, I'm going to be sharing about perimenopause because it hit me out of nowhere. And it has been a really not fun and very fun ride all at once, discovering this new era of womanhood that nobody freaking prepared us for. And yeah, I think it has been so fun, and I think it's hilarious that's happening before my 40th birthday. But yeah, I can't wait to share more about that experience. So with that, I hope you have an amazing week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye, love.